Hello, my name is Logan. It's my story how I discovered God as my Lord and Savior.
Hi, my name is Melissa. This is my baptism journey.
When I was younger, starting around age 5, I went to church with my grandpa. But the problem was I never really understood what it was and how. And I knew God existed, but I didn't know why. I had no clue who He truly was. I didn't even know that He created me and everyone around me. I went there because I had fun there. As I grew around 10 or 11 years old, I knew more about who God was and what He did and how Jesus died on the cross. And I believed it, but at the same time it all sounded like a fantasy.
My circumstances before Jesus are vastly different than they are today. I had pushed all of my family away from me. I was homeless, addicted to drugs, unemployed, and simply living for myself and my next hit of drugs. I believed in Jesus. However, I wasn't living for Jesus. Honestly, I don't even think I knew how. I was living for myself and only myself. My sole purpose in life was my addiction. Not my family, not my boyfriend, not my kids, not my life, and certainly not the Lord.
So around that time I was going through a lot of stuff. I lost my best friend Thanksgiving Eve in a car accident. I lost my little brother on Christmas Day and lost 4 grandparents all in the same year. So those scenarios didn't help me very much. I began to push more away from God, asking Him why He could do this to me if He truly loved me. Before I found God, I was lost. I was scared and I lost all hope in everything. I didn't believe anybody or anything could ever help me, and I contemplated suicide, but something told me to stay just for a little bit longer.
Things changed for me in September of 2020. My daughter gave me a bag of clothes, and in that bag was a shirt. On that shirt it said, I was going to go running today, but Proverbs 28:1 says only the wicked run when no one's chasing them. On that day, everything changed for me. I had been running for so long. Every argument, every disagreement, every misunderstanding, every little thing would send me running back to my addiction. I had seen this shirt of my daughter several times in the past, but this time it was different.
So as I grew older, I went closer to Jesus, and I found a pastor. His name was Pastor Jude. He helped me more than anybody else ever had. He always made sure I was okay, and he helped me with my walk through Jesus. And without him, I honestly would not be here today, and I would be nowhere near where I am in my walk with Jesus. I felt empty with no purpose and no reason to live. And I was at youth group with Pastor Jude one time, and I feel like I genuinely heard a voice while praying, talking back to me, and I could feel the presence, but I couldn't see anything, but I could feel it. So I soon came to realize that God was telling me everything's going to be okay, and I honestly think maybe before that, God was telling me everything's going to be okay through Jude and using him to speak through me.
Something had changed within me. I knew it. I could feel it. I fully believe with all my heart and soul that the Lord spoke to me on that day and said, that's enough. It's time to stop running. And I did so that very day. I called my boyfriend and told him to please come and get me and take me to detox because I'm done. 3 days later, I left the detox and I was on a mission to change my life. I started with finding a job. I very quickly found the most amazing job with a local nonprofit, Wear Gloves. This place is a no judgment, safe place where your past doesn't define you, your future does. At Wear Gloves, I found people who were like me, who have the same future goals as me, people that want to make changes in their lives. These are my people. When I first started at Wear Gloves, I was going out to city parks and picking up trash. Also, each month I would go to church in the garden. Then very quickly I started moving up and soon became a supervisor for our roastery, Dignity Roasters. I've met so many amazing people that believe in me, some who have helped me to get dental work to get my smile back, some who just listened to me, and some who prayed with me when I was having a bad day. I now felt the Lord in everything that I did. One such moment was when I was out making deliveries one Thursday. I walked into neighborhood church to deliver their coffee order, and I can't explain it. I felt so welcomed, so loved, and I felt an overwhelming feeling that I belonged there.
So around age 13, I finally felt like I was truly walking with Jesus and obeying His word. And I recognized God had a reason for everything, and everything He put me through was for my story. And the reason I went through all that stuff is I needed to come closer to him, but I was so caught up in what he was doing wrong in my mind that I pushed away from God. I started to walk more with him. I realized he only wants to help me, and he only wants to be my father in heaven and protect me, but I just never realized that. I started going to church more, reading my Bible, and truly following him. After meeting God and truly walking with him, I feel like I have a purpose in life, and it's like in life is a gift, and there's not one way to follow Jesus, and it's just as long as you walk with God, and it's a gift to walk with God. So I now believe and truly understand there is a God that I must obey, and I have my full trust in him. I know my purpose in life is to follow Jesus and remain in him so that he remains in me in every day. I truly wake up confident knowing that I have him by my side and he'll stick with me.
I started going to neighborhood church service that very next Sunday. By my third Sunday church service, which was November 20th, 2022, I left church that day feeling different, vastly different. I felt overwhelming peace in my soul. I felt loved. I felt completely free of my past. I knew at that very moment my life was going to be different. I knew that I was going to not only continue my journey, but I was going to continue my journey not just for the Lord, but with the Lord. I was now ready to walk with him like he intended. I fully believed that the Lord was with me at 3 a.m. that September morning when I picked up that shirt. He was with me, leading me to wear gloves, to meeting all the amazing people I continue to meet on a daily basis. And he was most certainly with me, leading me to find neighborhood church. And now on this very day, when I'm being baptized, I'm ready to be with him, to walk with him, to live my life for him, and to be in his glory from this day forward.
I can now truly say that I accept God as my Lord and Savior.